This is Opinion City, where pro wrestling gets the conversation it deserves. Real voices, real opinions, live every Sunday.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another brand new episode of the Opinion City podcast. I'm King Ralphie's Parmesan, and today we have possibly the most interesting and different interview we may ever do.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that this is really happening.
No, me too.
I'm in utter shock. But Sean, why don't you tell me who we're talking to today and what their top 5 is?
Man, this week, God, I don't know how we got here, but first time ever media, first time talking to anybody outside of the actual Power Pro Lucha arena. But we're talking to Poisynhawk.
What just happened? Did you saw that on the screen?
I didn't touch nothing. I touched nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing.
That's really weird. And look at the graphics have changed. What I don't even know what's going on.
Poisyn.
Yeah, crazy. Okay, so you were saying we were talking to Poisynhawk.
Talking to Poisynhawk. He hasn't told us anything about a top 5 that I'm aware of. So maybe it'll be a surprise. I'm not sure. Oh,
there he is.
Well, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen,
we're...
Poisynhawk is officially here. I don't know how I don't know if that was him the whole time. I don't know. Hi, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. All right, so
it is I.
Yeah.
Poisynhawk.
Indeed. Live and in the flesh. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Caca.
Indeed. All right. So you said the name Poisynhawk, and people know that you have been named Poisynhawk, but that wasn't a name you chose. It was given to you. So who or what were you called before you were called Poisynhawk?
That is a very good question, King Ralph. I've gone by many names, none of which come to mind now. The time escapes me from when I came from other names. I've traveled long, and in every new location, I was given a new name.
Wow.
Every new universe, every new time. The one that I was given at birth, lost to the winds of time. Do you know what you would be called if you could be called anything other than King Ralph?
Well, just thinking about it, probably something like President Galactic McAwesome Superstar, something crazy.
Curious that you always give yourself such an auspicious title.
Yeah, I don't even know how that started. We talk about this all the time. We can't remember how I got the name, but I think that was given to me as well too. Somebody said that, but yeah.
Now, when Dr. Ethan Wild first called you Poisynhawk on commentary, do you think he maybe discovered your true nature, or did he create something even more dangerous?
The good doctor is very knowledgeable in many, many fields. I don't know from whence he gained the term Poisynhawk, but I do know that there were a few times in my travels where I would hear the name. It wasn't me. Not yet. Some places I've yet to return to. I will return to with that name I know. But what Dr. Wilde, LLC, may have said just seemed to fit what was coursing through my veins at the moment.
Okay. Now, is Poisynhawk a name, or might that be a warning to the rest of the roster?
In my world, the title of Hawk was bestowed. It was a badge of honor. It was, at times, and more familiar with me, a badge of terror.
Oh.
You see your Poisynhawk, and your Razerhawk, and your whatever the blue one was called here. Hawk.
Thunderhawk?
Yes, I believe Thunderhawk. Yes.
You had to earn that title, and I'd like to think that I earned it that day.
Now, do you see yourself more as a man wearing a mask or something far older, maybe hiding behind it?
I've worn this face so long. What lies beneath can only likely be that of what you'd find in a nightmare.
Oh.
But I'm proud to say that the face itself that I wear on the outside, I can only hope lies in the nightmares of many now.
Wow.
So, was there a moment where you realized what you were capable of, or were you simply always this way?
Was there a moment that I realized what I was capable of? Oh, my sweet child. I wouldn't have done what I had done had I not prior knowledge that I was capable of it. I came to the world of Power Pro Lucha knowing what havoc I could cause.
Now, there's a long history, as you know, between you and the Hawks of Power Pro Lucha. Are you the Hawks' predator, or maybe just their consequence?
There's a long history between myself and the Xyberhawks. The history they have with me is recent. Let's not forget. For me, I've been hunting, and terrorizing those who I can say have terrorized me in the past for a long time. These mere fledglings of hawks, I'm nipping them in the bud before they can become something much worse. If you think I am prey, then you've got it backwards. But if you think I am predator, then you're looking dead on.
Now, when you faced Razerhawk in the casket match, was that the end of something or the beginning of maybe a much bigger war?
That was not to make a joke of it, but that to me was a pretty extensive coffin nail to a much longer story. If it weren't for Dangerhawk getting in my way, let's say I might have another hand at my side, but he needed to be taken care of. So now he is, as we say, faceless.
Now, you said you would send Razerhawk to Oblivion, but where exactly is that, and why won't you tell anyone where Razerhawk is gone?
If you listened, and if the head honcho of Professor Nicodemus at Power Pro Lucha would actually invest in quality equipment, you all would have heard. I did my little thing. I grabbed the microphone like they're all so wont to do after the fun little wrestling matches. And I explained very succinctly. Razerhawk went to a dimension that, how do they say it here? One of fire and brimstone. One of pain and torture. I was, in this case, a spirit of vengeance against those who have wronged me in the past. I sent him to, well, we don't have to say it, do we?
I guess not.
Yeah, I guess not. So, prior to the casket match, you met with Mr. Nicodemus, the power broker, and you wanted to add to the casket the continuum transfunctioner, and you also said that you would give him the device, and that device, by giving that to him, would tether you to this reality. So why this reality? Why would you do that here as opposed to other realities?
I've stopped in many. I've seen so many realities, so many alternate timelines, so many dimensions. I have ended, I don't know how many Razerhawks, how many Xyberhawk teams, how many Danger, Silver, Thunder, Night, good night. But this one resembles a home I once knew.
Oh.
Okay.
This one resembles a Xyberhawk team I once knew.
Oh.
This one resembles a Razerhawk I once knew. So this one, I knew his potential. I knew the hellfire that lived within him. I knew the poison that would come for him. And I knew that if I were the poison, that I could stop him. So this one, I felt comfortable staying, but I also knew that I had a contingency.
Oh.
I know that I can get it back if I need to. I know that Nicodemus is a businessman, and I know that I can buy back my powers, my abilities. I can find my way home if I need.
Now, are these Cyberhawks really your enemies, or are they simply just the first to realize maybe what you're really capable of?
All Xyberhawks are my enemies. Are you not listening? Can you not hear me? Am I not speaking clearly enough? Do you have the same microphone problem as Mr. Nicodemus? All Xyberhawks, all X2K, all of the air show, they are all the same symptom of the same sickness across every timeline. And it is my duty. I am bound to this life of making sure that I am freeing every world that they occupy. I am their liberation.
Wow.
So you mentioned previously about possibly having another hand, another ally. So is there more of you? I mean, is there more we're going to see? Is this going to be a kind of invasion, or is it just you?
be realistic. If there were more of me, they would have gotten here first. I am not some herald. I am not here to tell you of the end times. I'm no prophet. But what I can tell you is I am a hawk with a mind. I, under this visage, have eyes I can see. And if I can tell people, tell others like me who have that fire or that poison or that disdain for the filth they see out there, then I will have numbers. Then I will have more power, and then they will finally wake to see what I see.
Now, some wrestlers in Power Pro Lucha fight for glory, others for championships. What exactly drives you when you step into that ring in Power Pro Lucha?
When I see what they fight for, I see only pathetic children wrestling in a ring for pieces of gold nailed to leather, for medallions, for trophies, and yes, their glory. What a sad existence that must be. In 100 timelines, I've always seen the Xyberhawx claim that they were here to save the world, save the universe, save the galaxy. But they always stop. Their mission ends in the ring. I feel like their universe, it doesn't extend beyond the ring. These Xyberhawks can't see outside the bounds of Power Pro Lucha. And I wonder why. My mission is to not just save the world. It is to expose them to the world that they insist that they are saving. So that they can see. They cannot see outside of this bubble. It is maddening. It is absurd. Why do they do this? Why do they live their lives within this bubble, within this circle of squares? It's astonishing, really.
So, moving aside from the Xyberhawks, you were announced for the Anniversario show, and you will be taking on Ultimo Ant. So, is this another thing that carries over from universe to universe? Are the ant colony now your enemies now that you've basically dispatched of the Xyberhawks in this reality?
I will admit, Ultimo demanding from Nicodemus that he meets me in this little sport of theirs was a curveball, to use some parlance from this world. I'm not familiar, we'll say, with them, but I can say that there are similarities to other ants and other animals that we see across the multiverse. They do exist, yes, indeed. But they've never been my focus. So, with this challenge, I can say I've done my due diligence. I have watched the career of Ultimo. I do still have some remaining ability to peer into cyberspace. And I've seen some alternate versions of these ants. I've watched the green ones there. They also have red ones. They also have silver ones. They also have ones with fun decorations.
They actually just added a new ant called Cutter Ant recently
Cute.
to the fo-
What does he do? Walk around with giant scissors? That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes, that would be ridiculous.
But no, he wasn't an enemy of Poisynhawk. No, the colony was not on my list of those to find. But he now finds himself in my way. He finds himself in the way of true liberation. But to that effect, everyone who stands in my way will suffer the same fate, either of Thunderhawk or of Dangerhawk or of Razerhawk. But there's also the opportunity to let him peer through my eyes.
Now, Power Pro Lucha is full of heroes, monsters, and legends. Where does Poisynhawk fall into that ecosystem?
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. What does a legend mean? What does a hero? What does a monster? Legends can be good. Legends can be bad. I myself am legend elsewhere. I hope that maybe one day I'm a legend here. But what is a hero but a monster to someone else? And what is a monster but a hero to those who write history?
So, is there anybody in Power Pro Lucha that you think might actually be able to stop you?
King Ralph, I'm going to be very clear when I say this. Yes.
Oh, wow.
There may be many. But my job is not to be stopped, because the poison that is in my veins cannot be. For every time I am stopped, someone else may have learned. Someone else may taste the poison. Someone else will see through my eyes. And whether or not someone else follows me through cyberspace, and like I said, that's very unlikely, another might find that I am the hero here.
Interesting. Now, for you, when the roster looks at you, do you want them to feel fear or inevitability?
They go hand in hand, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
We always fear the inevitable. Death comes for us all, and only in our final minutes do we find ourselves with acceptance. Until those final times, do we just feel fear? Just like I said about one Razerhawk. He was sent to oblivion. But no matter what I did, there was an inevitable, what is the word that you used?
Inevitability.
Inevitability.
Yes.
It's hard. It's hard out here with my pan-universal translator.
So,
And now I'm stuck with this ridiculous voice.
So you seem to again, you're focusing on the Xyberhawks, and you seem to focus on Razerhawk specifically. Now, is there some sort of connection between you and Razerhawk that maybe we don't know about? Maybe in the universe or dimension that you came from, there was some sort of connection between you and Razerhawk.
There was once a hawk that I knew that went by the title Razerhawk.
Mm-hmm.
That Razerhawk was what you might call a hero. That Razerhawk made promises. That Razerhawk said that the Xyberhawks were going to save the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what would you do if one of your heroes betrayed what he said? What would you do if one of your heroes betrayed everything? What would you do if you saw the end of all you knew at the hands of your hero? Yes, there was a Razerhawk I knew. That Razerhawk was a betrayer. That Razerhawk was a traitor. That Razerhawk was everything that I knew I had to change in the multiverse. Because whenever you see someone with that energy, and don't be mistaken, there hasn't been a Razerhawk in every universe. Not everyone has gained that title.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone has that face. Not every Razerhawk has his face.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a connection. There's a thread across, and I can see it. And I know the fire. I know the hatred. I know the murderous intent that lives within. That's what gave me the poison. The poison that I am now known for. The poison that I will take elsewhere if I see that thread continue. That
Now,
Razerhawk is no hero. He hasn't been in any universe and will never be in any universe to come.
Well, so basically, you're saying that this is Razerhawk was the catalyst for Poisynhawk, and Poisynhawk was simply inevitable in every universe, dimension, reality, because Razerhawk and his betrayal caused Poisynhawk to be in existence as you are.
In my time in this universe, I've had a lot of time to think.
mm-hmm.
Power Pro Lucha only happens every so often.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of records on attempts to travel through time. One such record where someone turned their entire automobile into an ability to travel amongst universes. He made the absurd notion that the future hasn't been written yet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But as you've said, King Ralph, there is an inevitability to Poisynhawk, yes,
Mm-hmm.
indeed. But I am that inevitability. There has never been another. Not in any universe that I've seen, and not that will ever be. I am the inevitable. I am here to be that righteous hand if I need to be.
Now, we have a question here from the audience I would like to throw in here. We mentioned Ultimo Ant earlier, but Scott Rand asks, why has Ultimo inserted himself into your mission? What is his stake in all of this?
The way that Nicodemus outlined it to me in the short moment I had to listen to him was that poor Ultimo Ant, talented as he may be, also stupid, was offended by the mistreatment of Dangerhawk. Apparently here, it is a faux pas to take off someone's face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say, if it's such a crime, then lock me up. Because, Ultimo Ant, you're in for the same fate. You might be able to do your fun, spindly moves where you roll around. I don't know if you recall, but I was able to pick up and throw each Xyberhawk. I'm not afraid of an ant. And I'm certainly not afraid of Ultimo Ant.
So we have another interesting question from our audience today. And Chops Try FE says, are you worried that other Cyberhawks from different universes will come and try to take you down? So this bears the question. You had the ability to travel between universes and dimensions. Do other Cyberhawks out there have that technology?
If they have that technology, that would be news to me.
Mm-hmm.
They've not caught me yet. And if they're trailing me, they're very, very far behind. As they're then finding what I've left in my wake. I'm not scared of any Cyberhawk, nor do I think that they have that ability. If they did, I am certain they'd be here by now. But I'll put this out there. Cyberhawks of other universes, if you can hear me, here I am. I don't presently have the ability to travel. I am stuck here in this hellscape of a universe. Come, find me. Caca.
Now, you've agreed to do this interview with us, and kind of nobody really saw that coming. So why now, and why Opinion City?
Well, Parmesan, as much as I would love to be outside on this beautiful day, I think it's time that I start spreading that poison that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time that the Power Pro Lucha universe here clearly to understand that they are not safe and not at my hand. As I said earlier, I am the liberation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just here to stop the Cyberhawks. I am here to free you from what constrains you. I am here to free you from the bondage of that outside world. I'm here to take Power Pro Lucha outside of that bubble that they so desperately need to be popped. I am here to free the audience from their idiotic gaze, from their stupid chants. In this town, I have heard them say, "Go birds," over and
Mhm.
over and over again. I'm here to stop those birds. I need them to stop. Why do they care so much about these Xyberhawks? Why do they care so much about the ants? Why do they care so much about a man that calls himself Cheeseburger?
Mm.
I cannot stand to see what Power Pro Lucha's wrestlers, luchadors, fans, talent all care about. They live in filth. They live in squalor. I'm here to free you all.
So, if you're here to free us all, do you see yourself as the hero of this story?
Going back to what I said, King Ralph, the hero is only designated by who wins. Hero, villain, indistinguishable if you step far enough back. I don't care what they think of me. I don't need to think of myself as anything other than salvation,
Mm-hmm.
other than liberation, other than freedom. Does that answer your question, King?
Yeah, I think it does.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, is there a version of this where you're done with Power Pro Lucha, or does this end on your terms only?
It's a very good question, Parmesan. Let me turn that around. What would you like to see? What would you rather? Would you rather you not have someone enter your ring? Not engage in your funny little matches, your sport? I will stay as long as I need. That is your answer. If that is forever, then that is forever. If I return after I go to another universe, then I return. As I said earlier, this resembles home. Not because of the squalor, not because of the destitute streets, not because of the nightmarish people. There's something here. I will find it. I will stay as long as I need to find it. And if I'm wrong, then I will leave, but not before I've ended this world, just as I've ended so many others.
So we had another question in the comments that I thought was really interesting.
I'm surprised you have so many fans.
Well, listen, you may be new to this universe, but I'm sure Opinion City is very popular in every universe.
I'll make sure I find them the next time I leap. Maybe
Okay.
next leap will be my final leap home.
Maybe. Yes. Now, could we see others who might agree with you and possibly even join your cause?
One could hope. That's the next step then, isn't it, as I've outlined? Is potentially someone sees. I'm not going to bank on it. As you noticed, I travel alone. I
Mhm.
carry a light load with me. Every universe where I have found someone who insists they are going to join me, they get left behind. They betray. They are traitors. They are the same as Razerhawk. So, the next step, the next hope, after I finish this tiny ant, The next step is find more, and then more, and then more to join my, we'll call it, Hawk's Nest.
So, that makes me wonder, you mentioned that you travel alone, but if you find like-minded people here who have joined your cause, would you consider taking someone with you to another universe, a ally, so to speak?
That's going to be a big ask. I'm not going to lie. Not because of my lack of desire, not because of the inability to trust. My connection to cyberspace, my cyber link, is mine and mine alone. I would have to rebuild a now fried continuum transfunctioner. I would get it to flux. I would have to figure out how to get it to quantum leap yet again. The power that I put into it to send Razerhawk to his new home. The power that I put into it severed my cyberlink so intensely. The travel, if I were to try and take someone on that with me, would tear someone apart.
Oh.
Okay.
They would have to have an immense power.
Wow. So if someone in that locker room is listening or watching right now, what do you want them to take away from this conversation?
To borrow a phrase from this lovely city that Power Pro Lucha houses itself in, join or die.
Oh.
That's pretty clear. So knowing all of this and hearing everything you've said today, we have to ask the question, where does this all end? Because you have this universe that you've now dispatched of the Xyberhawks, and I can only imagine that there's many universes out there as well that you have not yet had the chance to go to. So is this a situation where it's just Poisynhawk forever, or could you go home? Could you find a place that felt like home where you just said, you know what, I've done enough, I'm done?
Every time I would leap, I hoped that it would be my last leap home. But my home was destroyed.
Oh.
Wow.
So I have to find a new one. I have to find one that works. But I have to also know that there's not going to be another world-ending catastrophe that takes care of it while I'm there. And so long as I am here, my mission is just freedom. It is to end those that threaten liberation. It is to get those out of the way of the truth. Then, and only then, can I rest to watch the sunrise over a new world.
Wow.
Yeah, I wait, but wow, we both said all we can say is wow. So I have another question from the comment section here, and we're basically at the end of the interview here, but I have to ask this one because this one was pretty brilliant and something I did not think of. Sean did not think of as well. In your travels through universes and dimensions, have you ever come across another Poisynhawk?
am beginning to think you can't hear me. I'm going to say this clear. I am the only one. I have heard in universes that I've stopped in the name Poisynhawk. I've never seen one. I've never encountered. I've never seen this face. Other than when I look in the mirror. So I know I am the only one. And I know that when I hear the name Poisynhawk elsewhere, that it is me. That my effect has rippled across the multiverse. It has rippled across time. I am an absolute. I am, to borrow what you said, inevitable. I will be everywhere and nowhere all at once. But it is only ever me. And if there is another, same as the Xyberhawx to come, same as the Xyberhawx that I shall find elsewhere. If there is another, come find me. And good luck. Caca.
All right. Well, some chilling words from Poisynhawk. It's been amazing just getting to talk to you and understanding where you're coming from and just learning things that we did not know up to this point, especially your motivations, how this all got started.
Right.
It's been a great opportunity for you to express that as well. But with that, Sean, it's time for our top 5. And what did Poisynhawk give you for a top 5?
We didn't really cover that. So do you have a top 5 that you can give us, Poisyn?
Caca.
Oh, well,
I guess
not.
it.
I guess
that's it.
I guess that, yeah, no top 5 from Poisynhawk. So
okay, well, that was interesting.
That was,
I don't even know what to say.
So different.
We finally get to understand a little bit about
right.
Poisynhawk and some interesting things coming from him. Especially the talk about Razerhawk.
Right.
You know, if you're looking at the situation from exactly how Poisynhawk views it, I mean,
right.
The story he tells is that Poisynhawk is the product of Razerhawk's actions in what
other universes.
What we have to assume was their home universe, where Poisynhawk really got started. So just unbelievable, and just talking about the time travel aspects and learning about other dimensions and seeing variations of different creatures in other universes. It makes me wonder, will we see any of those be coming here? We don't know. We don't know if anyone is currently pursuing Poisynhawk. As Poisynhawk put it, they would be quite far behind him. But we don't know what kind of technology they have. We don't know what they could be using in their universe. We don't know. It sounds like from the way that Poisynhawk said it, it sounds like he doesn't necessarily have control over where he goes when he uses this. Obviously would love to go home or somewhere akin to home, but it doesn't sound like he has that technology to pinpoint where he's going. But that doesn't mean that somebody in another dimension, might have that technology.
Right.
And then we also don't know. It's completely possible. The thing that happened to create Poisynhawk, if Poisynhawk does not get to that universe in time,
Right.
that could possibly create another Poisynhawk. Just because he hasn't seen one yet doesn't
Right.
mean that there won't be one created, and we
Yeah.
may have, a Poisynhawk crossover. But I love that he referenced one, and I shudder to say his name, but because he is someone that I would love to get this person on the show,
Right.
because when we're talking time travel, there's only one guy that needs to be in the conversation beyond Poisynhawk, and that is one Archibald Peck.
Right.
And it was great hearing Poisynhawk reference him as
Right.
Mr. Nicodemus referenced in their initial conversation about the continuum transfunctioner.
Mhm.
Just so much to digest from this interview.
Yeah.
But it definitely it was definitely a surprise to us that we were able to get this interview and be able to get
Quite
to ask Poisynhawk some of the tough questions here.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me like Ultimo Ant has quite the work in for
Uphill
him,
battle.
quite the job to attack at Anniversario. Ultimo Ant stepping up and demanding this match against Poisynhawk, and I shudder to see what is going to happen to our good friend Ultimo Ant.
Unfortunately,
at the hands of Poisynhawk, or will Ultimo Ant be victorious? Will he be the one to take down Poisynhawk? As Poisynhawk said, he simply answered the question when he was asked if he sees anyone that could possibly defeat him. He said yes.
Yes. So
he's aware that there are others that may be powerful enough to take him down, but definitely a tall task for Ultimo Ant.
Yeah.
But if anybody can do it, hopefully Ultimo Ant can get the win over Poisynhawk. I don't know, but you're going to have to tune into Anniversario to find out what happens. So definitely get your tickets to Anniversario. There's very little left. They added extra seats.
They added seats to both nights. They did add extra seats to both nights.
There may be a couple seats left. I'm not sure, but there will be standing room available as well at the door. Or get yourself on IWTV where you can watch it. You can watch it live as it happens, right from the comfort of your own home if you can't be there. But you're going to get to see whether or not Ultimo Ant is able to defeat Poisynhawk, who has just been on a tear at this point. We don't really know the condition of the Xyberhawks. We know that Razerhawk is in this this universe, this Oblivion universe, and we don't know if he'll ever make it back. We do know Poisynhawk, inadvertently sort of told us that Razerhawk, to our knowledge, still exists. Razerhawk was not just taken out of existence. He is just in this Oblivion dimension, and we don't know if he's going to be able to get back. We don't know if he's going to be able to find the technology. Will he come back a different person? Will this trip to Oblivion have changed him in some sort of way? And he saw the destruction of Thunderhawk. We don't know the condition of Thunderhawk. We have not heard or seen from Thunderhawk, and so Razerhawk going to Oblivion, knowing that Thunderhawk was taken out, and then after he's gone, Danger trying to avenge the loss of Razerhawk, and getting his mask taken. So the Xyberhawks are in shambles. Unfortunately, we don't know any of the conditions of any of the Xyberhawks at this point, and we don't know Poisynhawk talking about the Cyberlink and having his connection to the Cyberlink severed now because he is tethered to this universe. But if you remember correctly, at one point when the Xyberhawks were making their return, there was some transmission between them and the Cyberlink, and
Right.
they were talking to one Xyberhawk. Now, we don't know if that was a Xyberhawk from our dimension, Xyberhawk
Right.
from another dimension.
Right.
Can we assume that could have been Poisynhawk pretending to be Xyberhawk?
Right.
Because we have not seen nor heard from Xyberhawk in quite some time. And so it was a shock even to the other Cyberhawks to be talking to him again. They did not believe that, he was still in existence, but we don't know. So for as many questions as we got answered, we still have more questions. We have more questions about the Cyberhawks. We simply don't know.
Right. Right.
So definitely an interesting interview.
For sure.
We are very thankful to Poisynhawk for coming on and being as open as he was to answer questions,
really
whether it was insulting me or what it was. But he was a lot more open to answer questions than I thought he was. And
right.
We threw him hardballs. We came at him.
We did not come with these questions. We did not.
We did not. We took it to him, and he was much more willing to answer our questions than I thought he would be. So unfortunately, no top 5. But
no top.
Listen, 5. We will deal.
No,
we will deal with that. So, programming note. This was just confirmed last night.
Yeah.
Programming note. Next week, we will be talking to Eden Promise, an up-and-coming professional wrestler on the indie scene. She has her first match this coming week, so we will get to talk to her about her very first match and what that experience was like, how that all came about, how she got started. It's going to be an interesting show with someone who is really in the very early stages and just starting their journey in the world of professional wrestling.
Right.
So it will be a lot of fun to get to talk to her and get to know a little bit more about her and her journey.
Right. Absolutely.
So with the early exit of Poisynhawk, that is going to do it for this episode of the Opinion City podcast. For the man who disappears whenever he feels like, the bringer of poison, the bane of the Xyberhawk's existence, one Poisynhawk. For Parmesan, I'm King Ralph, and remember, kindness is free, so be kind to each other. God bless each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
Be nice.
That's Opinion City. New episodes live every Sunday on YouTube. And to our Patreon members, thank you for supporting independent wrestling media. We'll see you next time.